Hello everyone, welcome to our little short shard Q&A. Wait, there's no Q, is there? There's only A. Welcome to our shard A.
Hello, we are the A's.
This is the A's
Please save
for
your
the
Q's
Q's you
for the
don't need to
end.
ask. The A and Q. Uh,
That kind of works.
yeah,
Let's keep it. Right.
it's human. They can relate to
It's
us.
human error. God, my glasses are scruffy. Okay. Okay, so for
Um,
people who don't know, the Shard trading card game is a little project, little passion project Richard and I are working on.
yeah, we've uh,
Good times.
we've always been into game making, the pair of us, and I think you were like starting off like, let's make a trading card game. I'm like, yeah, okay, we could do that. We can make a trading card game. So, but we're going all out on it. It's not just, oh, we're just gonna draw some cards, have a laugh. It's like, no, we're gonna get a full set out, and we've even got some software built to help design the cards, so like they're all consistent, um, the layout and stuff like that, and we can like batch export them and stuff. So,
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're gonna do a video on that at some point, aren't you? The Shard
yeah,
builder. And
yeah,
just give people a little tour of the behind the scenes, the working outs and stuff.
can
People,
maybe do some streams, maybe. Who
yeah,
knows?
but just to have something to fill up the YouTube channel. Obviously, we'll stream it. That goes without saying.
Yeah, like our goals to get us set out basically, and we're gonna release
Hmm.
a free thing for Tabletop Simulator as well. We might look at making a digital version of the game using Unity or something like that later on down the line as well.
Well,
But
that's it. Well, before then, we have to see if we actually have a working game. So that's the
that's
big
true.
question. At the moment, we've play tested a little bit, and we're going to be wanting to introduce some outside help to play test and see if they can find mistakes and lots of little things like that.
Yeah,
So that
exploits and whatnot.
yeah, see if they can break the game. That's what we want to do. We want to give it to people and
Break
go,
it.
can you break this? And then probably at first they're going to break it very easily, which is fair enough. That's why they're
But
there.
then we'll fix it, balance it. So yeah, when I mean the game works, it's actually quite fun once it's going. I mean, some balancing issues in that, but we're literally just started, so there's
Oh
going to
yeah,
be
I mean,
those
as
issues.
at the
We'll
moment,
squish
people will
them
be
out.
able to see on the screen if people are watching properly and not just listening. I mean, because it is a bit of a podcast format, but I do have some visuals of us
Oh
play
yeah,
testing a little bit, and I'm sure I don't know, I'll be throwing in some of the illustrations that we've got in development. At the moment, we've got about 123 illustrations. That's what I've got on this counter here.
oh yeah.
And we're looking to get to at least 160, but we keep pushing it now. I think we've kind of pushed an extra 10
Yeah,
on both, so we're
keep
aiming
adding new
more at
cards as well.
180.
Yeah. But yeah, we want to make sure that every card's useful somewhere. Like we don't like junk cards. At the same
Yeah,
time, we don't want cookie cutter or staples as well.
that's
We're
it.
trying to.
We're trying to find the balance. We don't want a card that can go in every deck and be a staple, but we don't want a card that is so limited that it just it just doesn't have a use. It's too situational,
Yeah.
which is
And
fair
then with
enough.
it
So
being the
it's finding
first
that
set,
balance.
yeah, with it being the first set, there's probably going to be some cards where it's like, oh, this works great with these types of cards, but there's not many yet. Um,
Oh,
which I
that's
think's
true.
fine
Yeah,
because
there'll be gaps.
yeah, there's some cards designed like they'll be useful if you find the niche use for them, but they'll be there for the future. And new, like we'll always look at previous set if we get to release a new set. We also want to get some structure decks out as well
Hmm.
between sets. So
Oh, that'll be fun. That's just like a little booster. Once we know we've got the format ready, we'll release a couple of little structure size decks, like an extra, like what we were saying, like another 20 unique individual cards.
something like
Um,
that, yeah. So
yeah, just some like 10 more monsters and 10 more magics or something, and then you can throw them in, mix and match them with the first set, and do whatever you want with them. So, I mean, that's why we'll explain. Because if we go through all the types, obviously we've got like some basic one, like we've got the imps and golems and plants, and a lot of like your standard fantasy creatures, and then we're staggering some of the creatures like avian type creatures, as well as demons, angels, and slimes. I'm looking forward to doing
Yeah.
slimes.
Oh, slimes are gonna be.
I feel like
Oh,
they'll be easier to draw, so I'm looking forward to doing
wiggly
them.
blobs, some swirls and blurs. Done.
Yeah, I just draw a blob, have a sword stuck in it or something. I don't know. A couple of bubbles. Done. Next. So yeah. So where are we currently with the project? Being the next step. I've already explained. We've got on about 123 illustrations at the moment. We are
Yeah,
currently
nearly done.
playtesting
Yeah.
it privately, and
Um, Still early days of playtesting. We've still got a lot to do. There's some
mhm.
major cut. Like we currently have a element weakness and resistance system where we're probably going to get rid of that because too much. It's too overcomplicated and it's a balancing mess.
Yeah. Well,
So, but we're
there's
still trying things.
it's an ambitious 21 elements because we're trying to keep it true to Lycanites mobs as well, aren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah, yeah. It's a popular Minecraft mod that has loads of creatures that we're basing many of the cards off. So, um, but obviously, eventually the TCG is going to go down its own path. It's already got several things unique to TCG only.
How old is Lycanites mobs now, anyway?
7 years old. Makes me feel old.
God.
Um, Being that old now, but it's mostly just a collection of
Hmm.
creatures. Like some heavily inspired from games that I've loved
Yeah.
throughout my
But
life.
you
But
started out with like just three or something, didn't you, for the mod?
three little demons from Doom, and now it's just got all sorts. Lots of unique stuff. I've always put unique flair on things. I mean, some of the Doom related things are quite close, but when they come to the TCG, they're going to be very different
Well,
sort of
that's it.
thing.
The
Because
Yeah, the TCG's its own beast in a way. We hope. Well, we hope it becomes a beast anyway.
oh yeah,
I really, like I say, it's a passion project. We understand that um trading card games, it's hard to get them off the mark and going and everything,
oh yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. It would
Uh
be
yeah.
arrogant to assume we can just pop out a TCG and it'll explode. It's
Yeah.
just we just want to do it just for fun,
Yeah.
you know.
I've
Go out there.
always wanted to do it ever since, God, I don't know, probably when I first saw like Yu-Gi-Oh on the telly when I was little. I was like,
Yeah,
you know what? I want to do my own. I want to be Pegasus. God no, I've never said that before. Um,
Luke wants to be Pegasus. Heard it here. 2020.
I mean, I
Yeah,
remember when I was younger, I made like a little jokey one, but this was like before um actually having my own Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They were just like little printed ones, and I think everybody's had a go at like little homemade TCGs. And this in itself would be classed as a homemade TCG. It's all been made from
yeah,
home.
yeah. That's
Um,
it. Just a hobby at the
yeah,
minute, but I think it's because we've taken so long. I think we've got better skills than we did a few years ago to actually make this really good.
well that's it. I think if it was done a few years ago, it would be done to in a level that I wouldn't be happy with. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
waiting longer would have had us going at a higher level. Maybe, I don't know, but
I don't think we
I
can go higher than we are. I think
that's it. We've found our limit.
we've
That's
peaked.
it. We've
Now I
we've,
think
we've peaked.
it's
This is it,
probably
guys.
yeah. I think it's up to a certain standard now that I'm happy with, and 10 years down the line, I could probably still be happy with it. Thinking, yeah, pretty much because as you can get for a full-on design sort of thing. I mean, we've got custom software that lays out the cards and
That's
stuff,
true.
so
Yeah.
that's going to give us perfect, like rather than having to do like 1,000 Photoshop documents or something crazy like that. Got
That
custom
was my
software
plan.
that, yeah, I was thinking, yeah, no, you want to change one effect that's shared across multiple cards, you got to go through every one. If you
That's it.
forget one and that gets printed, you're screwed. So yeah, it's good to have software do all that for us, and then
Yeah.
your art ability, amazing. So
It's
the
passable.
cards are very nice.
That's
It's nice.
when
It's a
you
nice
compare it to the
cartoon
Magic the
style, but
Gathering, it's
well, they have like completely different. They have like a hand drawn painting sort of style. We've got more of a sharp toon
yeah.
style, but like with really nice shading and stuff.
Yeah, it's just a more detailed Pokemon style, I would say.
Pretty much, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's it's a
Well, more
Pokemon-esque
detailed
style,
Yu-Gi-Oh
but
as well.
it's well more consistent, I would say,
Yeah,
than
I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
yeah,
and
Yu-Gi-Oh
more
is a lot.
detailed than Pokemon. Somewhere in between.
Yeah, we've also gone for full art cards as well. Like none of that little box stuff. No, full art.
Ah,
I
well,
like that
even then,
as
I've
well.
got a little bit lazy with some of the backgrounds, so
But yeah, I mean, a lot
let's
of it's
not
covered
push
by the
that too
text.
much.
But yeah, it is the creature background, and that covers the whole card. And then we've got the interface overlaid over the top. I think
Mhm.
it's a really nice modern design for a card game.
Oh yeah, it looks slick and nice. Yeah, definitely. Right, if we're moving on to the next part, what are we hoping to achieve?
Um, so we're hoping to get a set out.
Yeah.
Because we can do it through
When are we aiming to do that again?
May, I think. Was it
Yeah,
May?
May at the
Yeah, May time.
latest. I've got written down for official release quotation marks.
But
um,
obviously, if there's things that we still want to do, we want it to be as good as we can when it first comes out. So if we need to push it back, we'll push it back. Because
that's it.
we want the quality to be there, you know? Because
That's
once
it.
they're
I
printed,
don't want
that's
to
it.
release something that's not up to standard. I mean, of course, people will still
That's
be
it.
able to play it earlier than that. It'll be on Tabletop Simulator. That's going to be a fantastic platform for us,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and we'll use that plenty and get it out there for people over the internet, of course. So that'll be good. We'll be able to play with people around the world, and that's something we
Yeah,
couldn't
it'll be
do
fun.
years ago.
Yeah, it's a great tabletop for play testing things like TCGs or homemade board games and stuff like that.
Yeah. So May 2020. That's it. So we've just what's today? It's the 6th of January. So we've got a little bit of time. Let's hope we can push this.
Yeah.
We've got over 100 illustrations. We needed. It's probably going to be about 180, which I think is a pretty strong release. I think when Yu-Gi-Oh
It's
first
a
released,
lot.
what was it, 120 or something? It wasn't.
I think something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
technically,
there's
we could
no
release now, and it would be quite flawed. There's some big gaps, but
yeah,
that's what the final few months are for. We're going to fill those gaps.
yeah.
And then down the line, we're hoping to have our own website, aren't we?
Yes, I'll have that whipped up. Probably
Mm-hmm.
starting that sooner.
You've already mentioned eventually releasing the digital game. That's, of course, if everything goes well, it's a
Yeah, that's a
success.
big boy project.
Yeah,
The only thing holding back is the Unity network code, but
that's it. That's it. Um, I was going to say, all right. So yeah, if we just backtrack to the website a little bit, just to do a brief explanation on that. The things we're hoping to have on there are stuff like card library.
yeah, want a nice database where you can look up all the cards from the site.
That's it.
It
Yeah.
means we can add like referee rulings and stuff
Oh yeah.
for later on down the line. Where, I mean, we've just recently got a new way of describing effects and stuff that we're interested to trial. But
Yeah, it's a
we get
nice.
like a rule book going. I've made a little wiki started up, so I think the
Oh yeah,
wiki
you
is a
did.
great way to put rules. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we can use the Shard wiki as a digital rule book because wikis are excellent. So we've got that. Obviously, we'll have a little printed rule book that'll come with the games.
Of
That'll
course,
probably
that'd
come
be.
with. Yeah, so we'll probably have boosters. We'll probably have
Yeah,
little.
because we need to explain
Yeah,
distributing the game as well. Um,
yeah, yeah.
so what we've been looking at when I've looked at other homemade TCGs, they've been using
Cardcraft,
the Game Crafter.
the game.
That's it. I knew it was like TCG, but mumbled up. So the Game Crafter is TGC.
See, nice.
The Game Crafter, yeah. And on that, you can obviously you can make any type of board game really, but you can also make randomized booster packs to distribute, and they've got their own API, which means that we'd be able to put it on the Shard website when that's up, and you wouldn't even have to look on the Game Crafter website. Everything could run through the Shard website, and if people wanted to purchase it, that can just all be done through that, and obviously that would help us. Of course, with that, I mean, there's no obligation to purchase, of course. Any money that goes into our little Shard account will probably be used to filter back through and promote, because I'm always thinking, what if we built up a little amount, and maybe we can go off and it could fund a little adventure out to go into a convention and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's the idea. We're not in this to go, right, can we cash in on this? No, whatever comes in, because we know it's not going to be loads and loads. Whatever comes in can help fund these things that can help us get out there and promote it more, because like I said at the start, it's a passion project. I want to make sure foremost that it's a good game that people enjoy, and people will be able to access the cards earlier on Tabletop Simulator before even buying physical cards. So I think that justifies our motives just that way. You can play it for free, providing you have this other game. If anything, we're promoting another game to play this game.
It's a passion project, and any money it makes goes back into it to improve it further and
that's it.
Get it out there more. And if it grows and grows, then we'll see where things go from there. That's when it could go from passion to an actual full-on commercial product. But
I don't see it becoming too big anyway. I think if we can get ourselves establish a nice, small, tight-knit community, and there's people out there that want to be a part of, like, something at the beginning and unique, and if they feel like it's something special. So hopefully, I feel like it's a special little project, and it's our job to make sure other people see it the same way as us. If we do it right, then yes. If we do it wrong, we'll go back to the drawing board and we'll try again. So just before we wrap up, Richard, do you have a favourite card at the moment? Something that I can just put on the end just to show people?
The Ramon, but I'm biased.
Oh, the Ramon. That one's
there's a lot of hate for the Ramon in the mod that it's from at the minute, so let's show that.
Let's show off the Ramon. I always like...
Or the Gru's, mate. I kind of stole the Gru for the mod logo a little bit. But...
Oh, yeah, so if people are coming over from Lycanites mobs to look at this, then they may recognise some of the things. It's good because, it's two sets of assets and they both work, so it's wonderful, really. I think one of my favourites is the Steinburst. This one really stands out to me. It's just your classic golem-looking guy.
Nice thick. He's thick.
Yeah, thick. He's just got little legs and it's cute. I don't know. I'm not sure if does anything else stand out at the moment. I don't know. We've got loads there. I mean, it's just nice to just pick out a favourites just to end on. That's all.
Yeah, got the Wendigo, Draconite. Zafin always jumps out. It's big and green, so it's going to jump out.
Oh yeah, I like how that one came out. He's got this horror look, but with a little bit of goofiness still. Yeah. He's not too far gone, I would say. But
it's like the swamp background for the ghoul card. It's like the whole scene. I think that's quite nice as well. I like swamp cards from Magic.
Oh yeah, you like that purple.
I'm like,
yeah.
Purple, dingy,
dark and purple. That's the color scheme.
Very.
But yeah, I mean, we can spend another video and go through like certain cards and everything. But just to give people like a little bit of a tease, I thought that was just a good way to end. But thank you very much anyway, and we'll hope to see you around some more videos and maybe in our Discord channel, which will be in the comments section below. Be sure to check that out.
Bye.